Hey everybody, this is Paul for Collector's Escape, talking today about serial book collections. Now, we're going to talk and show some pictures from the very beginning of the video here before we start it up of some serial collections by some great horror and suspense writers in Joan Saul, Dean Koontz, who we've alluded to before, the Frankenstein series. But the Joan series is very much what we call a mini serial collection. And then, of course, we have the classic Green Mile selection here, 1 through 6, which we have and are adding to our master 5,000 book library. We've been collecting Joan Saul. We've been collecting Dean Koontz. Of course, we've been collecting Stephen King. But we hadn't picked up the serial collection. And I alluded to this in a past video talking about James Patterson book-shot mini-serials. Those were complete stories. The Green Mile and these mini-serials are very much like mini-serials back in the old days, the 40s, 50s. Saturday cartoons, you go to the movies and watch a movie serial that would continue on the next week. And just like the first Stephen King story, The Green Mile, and I just tell you, The Green Mile, a little bit different than a lot of Stephen King stories in some ways. It's got supernatural elements in it. If you've not seen it on television or read the book or seen the movie that's been on TV now as well, in that it's back in the past when they have Sparky, the electric chair, and these policemen or guards who work on what's called the Green Mile. And the Green Mile is where all the people that are on death row are at. And this book has the supernatural in it. It has dark facets. It has scary parts, which is all Stephen King, but also has some real uplifting parts to it too. And so in that way it breaks from a lot of just monsters and Stephen King. The first part is entitled The Two Dead Girls. And it centers around this large black inmate by the name of John Coffey, who's on death row. And then The Mouse on the Mile, which is a mouse that's a regular mouse that becomes more than a mouse thanks to the powers of John Coffey. Then you have Coffey's Hands. And the third one. And then in the fourth one we had The Bad Death of Edouard Deluxe, or Delot, Frenchman. And then the fifth edition is Night Journey, which is very, very interesting and uplifting, but scary. And then the final serial edition, final episode, the way I look at it in my mind, was Coffey on the Mile. This is when John Coffey faces his moment at Sparky, or the electric chair. And so I was always entranced with the idea of the serial that you go every week and watch a thrilling episode that never ended, but kept you hungry for the next episode. And so also down below in the links, we're going to put the links to my serial episode series, 5-part series called 50'sville, which is a horror, adventure, supernatural series that I have about a town that is in the modern day, but it's where everyone in the town lives exactly like it's the 1950s. And everybody loves their life and nobody wants to leave, and nobody does without consequence. Strangers get treated a special way. And so what's the deal? Why are people like that? Why do they stay? What makes them stay? What's the power? What exactly is in the basement of Town Hall? The first series, if you click on it, it's free for Kindle. We invite you to check it out. We have sold tens of thousands of this story because it's a good story. I don't talk about my books very often, but I, like Stephen King and Dean Koontz and Joan Saul, and other writers, at least I found an interest in the classical mini serial novel. So I made 5 of those. They've been out for quite a while, have done very well, and I invite you to check those out. As well, we're going to put all of Joan Saul's mini serial novels, all of Dean Koontz mini serial novels, and now we have physically all of the Stephen King ones to go with the Dean Koontz, and all these to put in ours. These are a worthy read. These are a fun read. I recommend that you check these out even if you're not a Stephen King fan, because these break away from a lot of just blood and guts and scary. This has some very uplifting messages in it as well. Alright, this is Paul for Collector's Escape. Check down for other great links. You can see our fantastic new Fantastic Adventures t-shirt. Oh man, this is awesome. People go look at this when I walk down the street, and you can get your own set as well from our Teespring friends and our Zazzle friends, postcards and more. My name is Paul for Collector's Escape. Have a great day. Keep collecting. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.